Good morning, YouTubers. La da 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 da. It is June 12th, 2018, and these are your morning announcements. I'm currently full of cat hair. Didn't notice this when I put my jacket on this morning, but Clarity must have been sleeping on my jacket here because it's white fur. That's all in my nose. I love my kitties. I love my kitties. Anyway, it's a gray day today. 63 degrees outside according to Mr. Black Truck. We have Batman back there as always, riding shotgun with me so that I can use the carpool lane. So this morning I was watching a video on PTSD, and PTSD. Oh, there's a lot of it was a great TED talk on PTSD and the way that PTSD changes your brain. You know, basically when you're in a fight or flight situation of high stress, your brain reworks itself to go into survival mode. And although that changing of the mindset is great for keeping you alive in the high stress situation, once you're out of the high stress situation, it can be detrimental to your very existence. And you see it a lot, obviously, with combat. Our men and women who come back from being at war, who have seen horrible things that no one should ever have to see. Just to be able to cope in that environment, your brain changes itself. Then you come home, and the things that triggered you while you were out in that dangerous situation continue to trigger you while you're at home. And for some people, that never goes away. It's with them their entire lives. There's things that they can do to minimize the devastating reactions, but for the most part, that rewiring of the brain in some people can be permanent. So if you know somebody with PTSD, please be patient with them. They cannot help what happened to them. They did not choose for their brains to be rewired the way that they are. And yeah, they might come back from war very different people. How could you not? How could you not come back different? You know what I mean? But be patient with them, help them, love them, listen to them. Don't push them for information. Let them talk when they're ready for it, and just be willing to listen. You don't have to fix the problem. You just need to have a good listening ear. Very important. And other people suffer from PTSD. I suffer from PTSD. I didn't go to combat. My PTSD happened as a result of a very combative bullying situation that occurred to me at my previous job. I had months and months of this constant, horrifying, terrible stress that really hurt me and my ability to trust and not be triggered by certain things when I'm working. It's gotten much better. In the 5 years that I've been working for Best Place at the historic Pabst Brewery, it has gotten so much better because the people who I work with are wonderful. I truly believe that they care about me, and I know that my boss wants nothing more than to see his employees happy and healthy and thriving in that environment, you know. So he's really quick to jump on things if things are going wrong. But it's very rare, it's very rare. Everybody gets along, everybody helps one another out, and it's a great place to work. It's amazing, okay? And it saved my life. It really did. It saved my life. Because when I came out of the previous job, I not only had, I couldn't trust anybody. What was happening was I got promoted. It wasn't really a promotion per se. It was a lateral transfer from one department into another. But the new department would have given me opportunities to advance further in the company. So I took this lateral department change, even though the pay wasn't any better, because I saw opportunity there, and it was the worst mistake I ever made in my entire life. The women that I went to work with, I thought they were pretty cool. They actually started in my department, and I knew them. I trained a couple of them. I thought they were good people. And I was really excited to go and start working with them. But right from the get-go, I noticed something was not right. Something was off. They would all get together at the bar and never invite me. They would decide the night before, hey, tomorrow we're going to all wear this particular company shirt. And they wouldn't tell me, so I'd be the only one that wasn't wearing the company shirt in our department. But the worst thing that they did was they were training me for this new job. They would tell me how to do a particular task in a certain way, and I would do the task in the way that they asked me to. And then they would go and they would write me up for doing that task wrong, and they would give it to a supervisor who then had to ding me for doing something wrong. And the first couple times that it happened, I thought, well, maybe I just wasn't understanding what they said. I didn't pick up on what I was supposed to be doing. But it kept happening over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And this is after coming out of a department where I wasn't getting any quality assurance dings, okay? So I was like, what is going on here? So I started looking really closely at the QAs, and I started to dispute them. I started to say, hey, no, they told me to do it this way, but there's like no proof. There's no way to prove this, right? And of course, my big boss sided with them. My big boss only appreciated women who were tall, skinny, white, and very feminine. Well, the only thing that I am is white, okay? I am not tall, I am not skinny, and I am not a lady, let me tell you. I'm a girl, but I am not a lady. So she never really liked me anyway. So when I went to her with this information, she didn't want to do anything about it. And so I was pretty pissed off about that, as you can imagine. And it just got worse from there. The bullying got worse. I mean, it was like got to the point where they openly were calling me names and really getting down on me. They didn't even care. They were just saying it wide open right in front of everybody. And it got really, really bad. And one day I just was like, I can't take this anymore. I just can't. I can't take this anymore. And I didn't want to make a ruckus because my husband works there too. And he was in a much, much higher position than me, right? I didn't want anything bad to happen to him as a result of what was happening to me. So I felt very stuck. I'm going to say it, I got suicidal. I did. I couldn't see a way out of this. I had nightmares every night. And up until that point, I really enjoyed this job. I really enjoyed the people that I worked with. The people were great. The people in the other department were awesome. The people in the new department were straight out of hell. They were mean girls, like super mean girls. Like these were the bullies that you went to school with, okay? And I didn't know what to do to defend myself. I didn't feel like I could do anything without it hurting Rick. And it was really a bad situation. By the grace of God, I got laid off from that job, and I ended up going to work where I am now. And for the first year, maybe even 2 years, I had a hard time adjusting into my new job because I couldn't trust anybody. I thought everybody was trying to get me fired. I still get triggered with that now and then. I was still having horrible nightmares, so I'd wake up in the morning feeling like the same situation was happening again, even though it wasn't, okay? But it felt like it was because these dreams were so vivid and so scary that when I woke up, I couldn't shake the emotional reaction. You know what I mean? Have you ever had that? And I just, separating the difference between reality and fantasy was extremely hard because of those dreams. And, you know, it took a tremendous amount of patience on the part of my current boss and my coworkers to help me get through that. And, you know, like, I'm much, much better now. I think I am healing. I think I'm on a road to recovery here. I've been there for 5 years now. I know I'm safe. I know I'm cared about. I know I'm loved. So I'm able to kind of get past all that, but there's still every now and then something that'll trigger me. I have a difficult time taking constructive criticism. I never did before, but now I do. Now I have to like really see my own mind when somebody's giving me constructive criticism and hold back the urge to defend myself, to go into defense mode, and just listen to it for what it is, absorb it, and be okay with it and learn from it. And that's hard. That's hard. When all of the emotions behind you are like telling you to run away or fight. But like I said, it's getting easier and easier, and thankfully like my coworkers know this about me now and are much more gentle with me when they talk to me, so that's been very helpful, and they're just great people. I am very blessed. I'm blessed by God. God put me in the right place doing the right thing. And I just love it there. As you guys know, because I'm always talking about Best Place and how much I love it and how much I love my bosses. They're just incredible people. And I'm so lucky. I can't even tell you. So anyway, so please guys, if you know somebody who says that they're suffering through PTSD, understand that there are many different things that can cause PTSD. Bad marriages, the death of a child, the death of a parent, or the death of anybody that you love can put you in a state of PTSD. I had my grandma, my cat, and my dog all die in the same week, and I can assure you that did not help things. But one thing I got going for me is I am a positive person. You know, for the most part, my cup is always half full, not half empty. And I look at the bright side. I look for the positives in everything. I look for the positives in everybody. I try to work with what I find, and I try not to let things get me down for too long. I still have that. It's just a little more strained than it was prior to me working at that old job, you know. But like I said, I've mostly got it under control now, to the point where I'm off of antidepressants now and I'm able to function, so that is good. Now I'm just a little crazy. So anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about today, was PTSD and how tough it is and my story. And if any of you suffer from PTSD, I know some of you do. I know for a fact that some of you do, because you've told me. And I just want you to know that although I may not understand your situation, the situation that caused you to have your PTSD, I can understand the struggle of dealing with PTSD. And if you ever need a hug, or you just want to talk to somebody and you don't want it fixed, you just want to get it out of you, I'm happy to listen to anybody who wants to talk about it. And I can have a certain degree of understanding. I'm happy to do that for anybody. So, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you later. Mwah. Bye-bye.